You shall have no other gods before me. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and strength. Idolatry is a difficult topic to tackle because it covers so many facets of life. It can be extremely difficult to spot idols in our lives at times because they seem to blend into the background. There is, however, one simple test to see if something is becoming an idol in your life. We must ask ourselves, would we allow God to take this away? If God asked us to give it up, could we? If God did take this away, would we get mad at him? These questions make it much easier to identify idols in our lives. If we say no to any of the above questions, then it has become clear that we have made an idol in our lives. We have placed that thing before God in our mind. You may very well know that the idols I am speaking of do not always have to be something physical. It could be a relationship or activity or even a state of mind. If you place a high value in playing golf and will often make excuses to play, but you regularly forget to pray or be in the Word, then that has likely become an idol in your life. Maybe your thoughts are constantly consumed by meaningless things rather than on things above. You may have entangled your mind on earthly matters and you forget to focus on God. A general rule could be, do I prioritize something over my time with God? Do I make excuses to avoid spending time alone with God, or do I make excuses to spend more time with Him? It is an interesting thought if you spend enough time pondering it. I remember hearing someone in a gym say, other people make excuses to not go to the gym, but I make excuses to go to the gym. Do we do the same with God? It gets easier to spot these idols when you place them in this light. They begin to stand out among the background. But what of other idols in our lives? What about a sense of security? Do we place too much value in feeling safe? If God took our safety from us, would we resent Him? What about relationships? Do we idolize our wife or kids? You may say, but aren't I to love my kids and my wife? Yes, of course, and very much so. But you cannot place them before God. If you do, then if God takes them away from you, you will curse Him. Examine Job for a moment. Job loved his kids. He made sacrifices for them in order to protect them from their sins. But he was loyal to God above all else. God took his kids away, and Job did not curse God. God took his possessions away, and yet he did not curse God. He took his wealth away, and he did not curse God. He took his health away, and yet he did not curse God. Job's faith remained until the end, even when God took it all away. It showed that he had no idol before God. Would you be able to say the same about yourself? Could God take your kids, health, and wealth away? Would you remain faithful, or would your faith grow cold? These are difficult questions that require much prayer and introspection to know the answers to. I have met men that abandoned their faith in God because God took something from them, whether it be their families or wealth. Do not be like them. I would encourage you to examine yourself and to see where your faith lies. Ask yourself if God could take away everything you have. Could you sit beside Job and remain faithful despite your life being ruined? Could you say, though he slay me, I will trust him? If the answer is no, then you have idols in your life. You cannot serve two masters. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Every good and perfect gift comes from above. But remember, God has not promised an easy life. Trials are there to make us perfect and complete. Sometimes we must be broken in order to be made into what God wants us to be. Thanks for watching.